What's rocking YouTube? It's Mook
and Gabby, and today we're going to tell you about the time we first met.
So where we first meet, you remember?
In college.
Where was we at?
We was at an orientation.
Okay, she got a good memory. We was at an orientation for this program called Simba for black students, and then as soon as I walked in, I saw her, and I was trying to figure out why was she in there and she not black, until I got to know her, and then she was just being shy, had her head down. She was in there with her cousin. He brought her because she was nervous. Mind you, it's her little cousin at that. But anyway.
And he thought that he was my boyfriend.
Oh yeah, I thought he was your dude. I was like, I'm finna kick him out the boot. But anyway, then they started serving pizza. She didn't get up. I wanted to see if she was, if she was thick or not. But she didn't get up, so she just stayed there sitting down. She didn't eat. So then like 2 days later, the first day of school started. And we got the same schedule every day, same classes. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna talk to her. And then one day we did introductions in front of the whole class. And then didn't we like introduce each other at the desk too or something like that? To the point we had to talk and you were scared? You don't remember? Well, that's how we first met. Then, what happened from there?
Well, after, I think the first time we talked or whatever, I used to sit on one side of the classroom and he sat on the other side of the classroom. Well, for whatever reason, about 2 days after just sitting on this side of the classroom, I was like, I'm gonna go sit on this side of the classroom. So I used to sit behind him like literally every day. And we used to talk and stuff during class or whatever, and then some way, somehow, we exchanged numbers.
You asked for my number.
We exchanged numbers.
For a project.
And we were just, I don't know, friends from there or whatever. And I used to take the bus and go to school every day on the bus, and then one day he texted me and was like, you ready? I'm coming to get you. And I was like, what? I was so confused. And I was like, okay. So he came to get me to go to school, and from that day forward he took me to school every day and took me home every day. And
she filled my truck up every day.
No, I didn't fill it up every day, but I did fill it up a couple times.
Talk and fill it up. V8. Man.
So anyways, one day I stayed the night at a friend's house, and me and her had basically like got into it or whatever. And mind you, I didn't have a car. I was riding the bus. So at this time, it's about 12 o'clock at night, and I have no ride to get home.
So who she called?
I called, well, actually I texted him because he
I'm
wasn't
at work.
answering. And I was like, I need you to come get me. And he was like, I think he said like, for what?
Yeah, I thought she was trying to set me up. It's like 11:30 at night. I'm on a swing shift, group home. I'm finna get off in 30 minutes. She ain't never hit me this late, never hit me really after school hours unless I dropped her off. And then I'm like, she want me to come get her. I'm skeptical about the whole situation. I'm feeling iffy about it. So I go get her. And it's like she had been crying or something. She was like upset. And then went to my house. And we just really talked like the whole night. Really. No, we did not have sex.
He thought he was gonna get some.
I did. I did.
So then the next morning, well, we had school the next morning, so of course what he was already doing, taking me to school, he didn't have to go to my house to go get me.
That was the most awkward first period in college.
We went straight to school from his house or whatever. And from that day forward, I basically just started staying at his house. Like I would bring little duffel bags and all that.
She couldn't stay away from me.
And I would stay there. And at this time, I think like his mom was like never home. So it kind of was like it was just me and him all day, every day.
I told her it was my apartment.
Yeah, he lied. And so one day my mom, she was like, you sure have a ride to your friend's house every day and this and that. And she never knew him or nothing. And I was like, oh yeah, my friend just drives me to her house and this and that. And my mom, she's real old school. She don't entertain sleeping over a guy's house or anything like that. So I was like, yeah, he takes me to the whatever. And then one day she was like, well, I'm gonna need to meet your friend. And I was like, okay. So she comes to the car and she meets him, and
she started telling me she had a big gun and she know how to shoot and all type of stuff. What I'm doing with her daughter, and we moving to North Carolina. I'm taking my daughter with me. I said, okay, I'm not trying to hold your daughter. I'm just her friend, and I was at the time. I was her friend.
And so when my mom basically told him that we were moving, I had never told him that we were moving.
No, she was gonna just break my heart.
So he kind of was like, you guys are moving? I was like, what? And he was like, you guys are moving?
It was April, and they was moving on June 9th.
And I was like, yeah, but I'm just moving with you. And I was joking at the time, and he was like, okay. So when he said okay, I thought, okay, well, go ahead and move your shit in then. So I went ahead and I started moving, like little
day by day, night by
little, my stuff in. And I just started moving my stuff in. And when my mom got ready to literally leave from California to North Carolina, she was like, are you coming? I was like, no, I'm not coming. And she was like, so you're staying? And I was like, yeah. So I stayed, and here we are today.
With this. Yeah, and that's the story on how we met and got together. And we've been together ever since. This August, it'll be 3 years. And about a month ago, God blessed us with this little bundle of joy right here, our daughter, both for our first child. Her name is Logan. She's a handful. She looks just like me. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know if you want more. And we out.